I saw someone making a video and she was like, "You about to be a star." You know, she was doing one of those, and it was like, "You're not gonna be able to go out of your house dressed up to the nines. You better start dressing to impress every day." I was just like, if people are gonna love me, they're gonna love the Adam Sandler me, the bougie Marilyn Monroe me, wearing a fur onesie by the creek. What if I don't want people to recognize me? What if that's the whole point? I'll dress to the nines when I want to, dress like a real person when I want to. That's why people would like me. Why would people like me? Because I'd be relatable, you know? It is what it is. My weight fluctuates. Sometimes my looks fluctuate. Sometimes people are like, "Is that her? She looks kind of rough." Yeah, we all look rough, kind of. Sometimes we all look phenomenal. Sometimes we don't even look like we stand out. Sometimes life is just like legit living without trying to perform. Sometimes you have pimples, and sometimes your hair looks like crap, and sometimes your frown lines are just really sticking out, and then sometimes your stomach feels like it's bloated, and sometimes you feel super snatched, and sometimes you just like don't want to dress up. You want to be comfortable because like you're living the same life. I'm only living the same life as everyone else. You know that phrase? It's like, don't forget, like, your parents are living for the first time too. I love that phrase. I want to give my parents a better first time. They deserve it. It will happen. They deserve it. Look how pretty. Yeah, but anyway, girl, if people are ever going to make me famous, they're going to get why I got famous in the first place. They're going to get the same person that I was. I know, I got a little bit of mud on me. They're going to get the same person I was before I got famous. Because that's the whole reason I did get famous. Was because I am who I am. Unapologetically, of course. Beautiful day. Oh, I just want to say, like, I think fame is changing, but I don't think being famous is all it's cracked up to be. Those videos with old money and new money, there's one that was like, old money, no tattoos, no money, tattoos. Yeah, because I freaking spent them on my tattoos. That's a lie, actually. My tattoos are all incredibly affordable because I'm a girl. And I have contacts, and my favorite tattoos are these. These are my favorite tattoos. My hand tattoos. I designed all of my tattoos, everybody. My back piece, I wish I had waited. I got those over about 14 years ago. Whole back is done. Probably only cost me $200. Not even joking. So my money did not. Like my hand piece, $85. But I have specific people I go to for the most part, unless I travel and then like go to South Africa. That was hardly any money though. South Africa, this lion one, and then Hawaii, and then Florida, and then Florida. But for the most part, all of my tattoos are incredibly affordable. So I didn't spend all my money on tattoos. I actually have money. It doesn't mean I'm not. Oh, it does mean I'm not old money. I am not old money. William King did not come from a line of old money. But those videos, they give you this like idea of what you have to be in order to be in that energy of being money. But you don't have to be anything other than you, and other than simply in flow and in your purpose, and then the money starts to flow. You also have to learn how to hold your money and how to grow your money. If you haven't ever lived with old money, you don't ever get taught, you never get taught how to grow your money, how to become wealthy. You only get you're taught how to pay your taxes, you know, but you're never taught how to manipulate your taxes to benefit you, because you weren't raised with old money. You were raised to be the ones that have no money and that owe money. So it's all about gaining knowledge, and not about dressing in a certain way in order to be high society. You know what I've learned about high society, especially I've worked in many millionaire, billionaire homes, done plenty of event planning, coordination. I am not new to money. I am not new to Lamborghinis. People who would spend, one party was literally the cost of my house. It would have paid off my house and my car. Insane. But that's chump change to them, right? You gotta get it in your head. We all live in the same planet, but some of us are playing a different game, right? But like, the thing I noticed in a lot of those cliques of the women, so excuse my language. It's like they're having to play this game of who's the better and who's the most rich and the most this and that. No, that's not what being rich is all about. You don't want to have friends who talk about you when you're not in the room because you're not being rich in the richest rich way, and you're not doing the richy things the way that everyone else wants you to be elite. That is so unelite. It's ridiculous. It's like, who wants to live their life around people who are just waiting for you to mess up so they can be the number one? Ugh. That's fake rich. That's being rich on earth, but not rich in the kingdom. If you want to gain both riches of wealth on earth, you also have to be able to hold the riches of wealth inside yourself, and you have to learn how to be rich in your health, being thankful for your health, being thankful, rich in life in general, finding that even just something as simple as having a moment to be on a hammock by the water makes you rich. You are rich. You could look at, I've been stuck in this place. I've had to live here in Joplin for so long, and it is not my place. I'm single for a reason. I don't resonate with the mindsets of people here. It's not my future. I don't click with people here because my future does not look like one that's here. My long-term future does not seem, I don't believe it's here. I could either look at it like this. I've been stuck here because I had a kid. And I did have a kid, and it's a lot easier to raise my kid here. Or you can look at it as like, wow, what a beautiful hidden oasis I have been given by God to be able to raise my son here, afford it. I have all the help I need as a single mom. My house payment's $400 a month, and I only owe $40,000 on it. And how a 3-bedroom? How else but God could I have had the opportunity to live in a place that's quiet, that gives me enough income to be able to travel and enjoy life as well as afford life, and have the means to just be here, be able to raise my son out of the spotlight, out of the chaos, to really define who I am, what I want. Being rich in your life, even if your life doesn't look the way you want it to look like, even if you're not on the yacht yet, you have to learn how to be rich when you're on a boat, a sailboat, a mini boat, a little wooden boat. Just finding on a kayak. Be rich in life when you'll be richer in this worldly life when you can realize how rich you are in the kingdom life, like in just living. Okay, this is way too long. Comment a kayak if you even saw this all the way to the end, because I'm going to be surprised. Like one of those like emojis of someone on a kayak. Okay, love you.